Hey guys, welcome to another Fortifier video, and now this time I'm putting it on the Bulgasari. I have the physical shield expert pilot skill on both of them, and I'm running double Fortifier and a last stand on Cryo Bulgasari and the Igniter Bulgasari. On the second game I actually have Scourge and Corona set up with triple Fortifier. So both games ended up in carrier, so best two games were in carrier. I had one Yamato game, but I nearly did not use one Bulgasari, so I played for like 3 hours, and it was kind of difficult to pick out like a game or two games that really represent showcases the Bulgasari's strength pretty well. It was actually fun to run the Galahad. I wish I kind of ran Spark Scourge because I ran it first, and there are a lot of phantoms. And of course, it's really hard, it's really difficult to aim at fast, full speed, moving side to side phantoms. So now I'm hanging out on the left because it looked like that was either Bulwark or Fenrir. A little off topic here, but speaking of Galahad, I used to run the Pinata with the Orkan because everyone ran the Magnum and Taran version. So I used to use the Rocket Galahad to really counter other Galahad. So that was really fun back in the day when Galahad was a pretty powerful robot. But yeah, that was that. So if you ran a Galahad back then when it was powerful, and you ran something drastically different, just leave it down in the comments section below. I just like reading that stuff. So I'm trying to corner shoot here, trying to get rid of this pursuer, and I think this pursuer saw my shield go up and basically left. Now reloaded, was gonna empty out my ammo onto this Fenrir, and I think it's a low level Fenrir, so it busted open my shield, but I still have my last stand and I can take this guy out easy. Just kind of reloading here. I'll probably get that easy shield down with my splash, and once that guy kind of is giving up, I'll just finish this guy. And kind of bummer that I used my last stand. And this Phantom is going to be pretty tanky on my Galahad. Now we seem to be doing pretty well with 3 beacons. I don't really know what is going on near the center, whether we have good position in defending that beacon. So I really decide to drop into my death button Hellburner, the Cryo Hellburner. Because I'm basically going for some kills, because I saw some guys without last stand, and especially the Aojun. I'll probably see where that guy lands and just kind of chase after that guy. But Aojuns are pretty dang fast, so you really have to be careful. And there are always going to be enemies, allies, enemies, teammates while you're chasing that Aojun. So there was quite a bit of lag. I think without the lag, the result probably would have been similar. But yeah, sometimes the lag really kind of get frustrating. The lag usually happens at midnight. I've upgraded my internet now, so during the peak hour, I guess. So now I'm in my Cryo Bulgasari. So everything has to be in another Galahad. So everything has to be in 300 meters. With the splash, I can get guys just kind of like that. In this map with my cryos, because of its splash, using its splash and quick damage output in short amount of time, I like to stay in that tunnel where enemy has to turn corners to kind of engage onto me, because then I'll be shooting first, and then with my double dash I can kind of run away. At this point I'm kind of just checking out how reckless enemies can be, because sometimes they just spawn at center, and if I'm here to just wear enemies robots down, it's a good thing, because you also have to think about making enemies as well as beacon control. Now trying to get some angle on this guy. This guy is done, and I think it's about time when Titans come out. And this guy was in Hydra Leech. It wasn't Spectre, it was Hydra Leech the whole game. I think maybe that guy got disconnected, or either disconnected or kind of, I don't know, maybe tanking, but you never know. I didn't check out his hangar afterwards, but yeah, it was kind of disappointing. But I just think that if I win this with that guy on my team, it's gonna be a sweeter win. So I guess might as well just try best, and I guess rack on more damage, I guess, in beacons. Now I'm kind of focusing on this guy, not only because this guy is in my range, but also because most of my teammates were in shotgun or energy weapons, so they weren't gonna do much. So I decided to just focus on that Arthur in the center. Now more Titans spawning in the center, so with the cryo you can't really kill, I mean you can't kill Titans in one salva anyways, so it was gonna take a lot of time. So I went for this beacon, but I didn't see that Aojun. Kinda had to retreat at this point, otherwise I would just lose the bot, and it would just be pointless. Now in this situation, this position is actually pretty interesting, because from here I can actually assist the center and go for the center beacon, or I could get their home beacon, or reattempt at getting that beacon D, one of enemy's side beacon. So you kind of have a lot of opportunities from this position to make like a beacon play, which is what my team kind of needs. And luckily it seems like enemies are meching, so we still have 6 players. Although our gauge is extremely low, we still have quite a bit of players. And no, they had 4 players now. So since they are in Titans, I'm really assuming that it's their last robot. Yeah, it's actually 5 players on their end. So I wouldn't be able to kill that Titan kid, so I actually came for this beacon. Now the Titan turns, and the Titan sees me and changes this guy's direction towards me. But meanwhile, with my last stand and everything, I actually got this beacon, and now at this point I can drop into, I think I had 1 Hellburner and Igniter Bulgasari. That's what I could do, but I decided to drop into my Hellburner first to do some damage, do enough damage, because I felt like I wasn't gonna need this Hellburner, so might as well just kind of use it now. But what's crazy was I wasn't really paying attention to my beacon. At this point I think we needed like 4 beacons to safely win this match. So the home beacon was kind of being taken, and we lost the center, which was, I don't know if we lost it, I think we actually didn't have it. So this Pantheon bot activated this guy's ability. It was Ares, which was a good thing because I'm actually kind of a counter to that robot. And this guy didn't have last stand. Luckily I could kill him quick, get this beacon. But you guys can see Arthur appeared. That guy actually spawned in time. Now I think this is kind of perfect counter for the Arthur, so I kind of felt good about using that Hellburner for that enemy's left beacon, and coming back to defend this beacon with the Bulgasari igniters. And luckily I was able to out angle this Titan, and that 5-second reload is just amazing. The cryos tend to do very well against normal bots, because it's just the damage is done quick, and I felt like the splash radius on the cryo is a bit more, and but the igniter, just because of its reload, I personally think the igniters, fire weapons, are more to kill the Titans. I think they're just because Titans are already slow, so except for the Ao Ming, I guess, because Ao Ming Not because it's slow, but it's because of its firepower. It can actually stay way back. So this basically wraps up the game, except for one guy in Falcon. He's gonna spawn in. I think it could have been risky if that guy actually got this beacon, because how low my beacon gauge is. But it was a good game actually. And I think against the Ao Ming, the kinetic weapon tends to do pretty well because it's so big. It soaks up so much bullet, even though it has a bullet spread. So now the score is 3.1 million, 6 beacons, 7 kills. The first guy got 7 beacons and 14 kills. So we played well. So the second game, I'm running the Scourge. It's a more standard one, but this one actually has 3 fortifiers, and Corona Bulgasari also has 3 fortifiers. Now, why did I put 3 fortifiers and changed up my setup? Because with the Scourge you can actually twist and use your shield while you're firing at the same time, and with the Corona you have to get really close, meaning I would use my shield to dash into people, and then I would then use my Corona to eliminate them. So that was the idea of it, because with the cryo and igniter, once you're at like 350 or 300 meters, there's no point of getting a little bit more closer. So I thought with these 2 builds I was going to use the shield way more, so I'm kind of sneaking up to find like a crowded area where I can kind of just overload on everyone. But this guy actually made me mad, so I actually ran up to him. Yeah, I was gonna be sneaky, but I think that was a low leveled Inquisitor, because it died in like 1 overload. I did shoot him quite a bit, but yep, the Invader, I'm not gonna last here. So even though if I do damage on this guy's just gonna heal up. And yep, that was done for this Invader. Maybe didn't do as much damage as I would have liked. And guys, sorry about showing 2 same maps. And when I was recording this, most games were super short. It was like 3 minutes, like 4 to 5 minutes, and those games aren't that exciting. So these were, after reviewing, just going over my footage, yeah, these 2 carrier games were most exciting. So, but at least I kind of separated them, so when you're watching, you see on the second video, the second game, the one that you guys are watching now, has the robots have all skins on them. In the first video, all the robots don't have skins on them. So I guess that's one way to tell. That was actually my intention. So I got a Galahad and 2 Bulgasaris left, and I dropped into my Corona Bulgasari. The problem is now we're facing some leech, some stealth bots in the back, so I don't have quantum radar or phase shift. So I have to really rely on my shield and my dash. The enemies were kind of loading up on the right, which is bad sign on this map, because if you're just defending on the right, first of all, we lose quite a bit of bots just trying to defend it, trying to stop enemies from turning that beacon, and we actually lose opportunity to get the center beacon. And man, these 2 guys are on this beacon already. I kind of wished that Arthur came over to this side and helped out with like blast wave or something. But it seems like these guys have cryo weapons on, except for this Falcon. I think that Tier and the Leech had cryo. I think it ran out of its ammo. Anyways, I dropped into my Galahad with there's a big brother Lancelot next to me. Hopefully trying to make some beacon saves with this, because I at least have my last stand, meaning while I'm sitting on the beacon with enemies, what can happen is my teammates can come and kind of help I probably shouldn't wholly rely on my teammates. But between Galahad and my Bulgasari obviously is my superior bot. So I kind of wanted to save that. And I think it was a good move because it looked like Plasma Leo was attacking me, spawned in time. Now because of the shield, I was able to melt this Leo. And yeah, and my Bulgasari Scourge is fresh. I can still use it against Titans and stuff. I actually thought this guy was enemy. So at that point I was kind of hopeless, but turned out that guy was my team. So I basically can't do much with this build. I was gonna go in there with phase shift and just kind of stand on that beacon, but it looked like a bunch of Titans are there. So as soon as my phase shift ended, I would have died anyways. So I'm trying to get some fire on this guy. I think something killed me from the left. I think it was that Aojun. Yeah, this Aojun is definitely gonna go for this beacon. So I sat on this beacon with the Aojun, and the whole game I think I was trying to save that right side, and I was hoping it would get paid off. Trying to kill as many clear out as many Titans as possible, because at this point we don't have much beacon gauge. If they just sit on that center beacon, the game is over. So I'm kind of hesitating. Should I go for the center? Should I go push all the way up to enemy's right beacon? But that will be hard because enemies are also getting really close to our side now. My team is just super defensive, plays kind of one way, mainly defensive, just kind of stays near our home. So I think enemies actually expected that, so they're kind of just really being aggressive. And I think if you play like my teammate style, you kind of have to mech out or kill a lot of enemies bots. But with the Titans, at this point, at this state of the game, it can be very difficult. So I don't think that's a good strategy or good way to win this game, because our beacon gauge is hopeless now. So I had no choice to just kind of go for this beacon. I think I was thinking too much. Maybe I should have went on the left side and went all the way to their home, but then if a counter build chases me down, then there aren't any of my teammates to kind of support, and I would just kind of lose a fresh bot. So we have less bots than no, we don't. It's 4 versus 4. It's 3 now, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's 4 versus 4. And yeah, the beacon gauge, the enemy team played well, controlled the beacon gauge well, was just aggressive enough to just match our team's mech. So yeah, this game is pretty much wrapped up. I tried to get this right beacon here, but there's no way I was gonna kill this Arthur on time. So, and I think most of our teammates were still back there. So yeah, that was the end of the game. 4.5 million, 3 beacon, 11 kills, but we lost. So that was the end of this game. Now, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more. If you like the memes and stuff in the beginning of the video, let me know in the comment section. See you guys.